Welcome back to the Columbus Blue Jackets BAGM in NHL 15. We're in the third year of this. We're continuing the sim. We're going to actually slow sim a game to start this out. So last episode we went on a 9-1 run to finish, and we actually won, let me recount, 2, 5, 7, 10, 11 of our last 12 games since a 4-game winning streak. So we got a huge matchup here against the NHL leading Ottawa Senators at 26-8-1. We're not that far behind. We're only about 3 points behind them. So let's sim this one. We're up 2-1 after the first period. I didn't mean to sim it that fast, but we'll sim slow. We'll sim a little bit faster, actually. Eric Carlson tied it up. We're going to sim. Bobby Ryan took the lead. We're going to sim 5 minutes time. Okay, Cam Atkinson came back with another one, and we got at least a point out of this game. And Ottawa won it in the shootout on Anton Forsberg. So we did put Anton Forsberg back in at the end of that. I'm going to try and keep track of how many games he has, and I'm going to take him out during back-to-backs. I'm not going to make the goalie play back-to-back games because that's ridiculous. But I know if I turn the goalie rotation, we'll give him. Actually, we'll give him. Do we want to give him Buffalo or Washington? They're the same team, basically. I'd rather give Bobrovsky Buffalo because it'll be. No, we'll give Forsberg Buffalo and then we'll give Bobrovsky Washington. Okay. I kind of miss goalie management. It's a pain in the ass sometimes when you're trying to get sim done, but it's really fun at the same time. So actually, a lot of these guys turned into top 10s, but there's still a ton of first rounders. So we'll keep scouting. That's definitely the place that we're focusing on. Washington. We'll see how he performs against Ovechkin and Backstrom. There's not really a whole lot of high-end talent in Buffalo, so we'll see. Actually, I forgot Grigorenko and Ennis got better. Okay, so Forsberg actually lost a couple in a row. Not that wins and losses are that important, and they were both overtime games, but it might be because he's getting overworked. He barely played last season. Actually, I'm going to check. How many games did he play last season? I don't think it was more than 20, maybe. 21, and he didn't do all that great. So he is still his marks really haven't went down at all. He only went down .01. Did I actually flip them? He only went down .01 with the save percentage in that last 2 games right there. So it might just be we're giving up more shots. 5-3. We'll give Bobrovsky one more game. And see what he can offer. Probably lose this game. Oh, 2-4. Okay, we're gonna take him out anyway because we got a back-to-back coming up, and he'll definitely see time during it. So we'll give him Winnipeg this time. We'll give him the easier team, and then we'll give Forsberg the tougher team. We'll put more faith in him based on his performance this season. Nice 2-3 win right there. I imagine it's because of the defense in front of him, and I don't know why Bobrovsky's never been able to do well. Because we did get like Carl Gunnarsson this season, so and we got Justin Braun for half of last year too, but Bobrovsky was good during that, so I don't know what happened exactly. The sim when you're changing goalies, or the back out when you're changing goalies, is actually a lot quicker than I remember it being. Part of the problem I think too is that he's only out for a couple or about a week or so. Part of the problem I think with our team, where we lost a couple games there, is that Ryan Johansson hasn't scored a goal in this episode. So yeah, that's 7-game goal drought for Johansson. So we'll run Forsberg through the All-Star break up until the Carolina game. All right, 5-3. That's, I think, the most goals he's given up this season. but we're maintaining a good pace in terms of winning, so we do not need this guy. Gravel's actually a pretty good player, isn't he? Yeah, he can still get better. That contract, though, I'm not a fan of that contract, especially considering we have better options. No, I'm going to turn it down. Sharks haven't lost in overtime, and they're not going to even play overtime that time, so. Oscar Dance's out. Oh, I forgot to tell you, when I simmed a couple days before to get up to the Ottawa game so we could slow sim, Alex Wenberg went down with post-concussion syndrome, so he's out until, like, the middle of February. So we won't be seeing him anytime soon as a call-up or anything. I'm sorry if you heard my chair. In the last couple seconds, I had to go get a drink on the other side of the room because the can is really loud against my desk, and it really picks up in the mic. So, I think we're red, aren't we? Yeah, we're red. Ovechkin, Tavares, Kessel, Giroux, Crosby, Lindholm, Simmons, Johansson, Nash, Mikhail Grigorenko, Zetterberg, Rocco Grimaldi, Larson, Carlson, Hedman, Subban, Krug, Del Zotto. And Forsberg's the backup, so it looks like Rask might have actually been doing better lately. Well, Mark Vizentine's gotten himself up there too. Yeah, I don't know why Rask must be, yeah, wins. Okay. Vasilevsky's having a pretty good year too. But I'm used to looking at Nashville. I was about to say Pekka Rinne's close, but yeah, we'll give Forsberg this one more game, and then we'll give Bobrovsky Carolina. Again, not really by choice. It's just I don't want to make them play back-to-backs because I think it's a little ridiculous. In terms of fatigue and all that shit, it can really affect you if you're playing 2 back-to-back games, and injury risk is like skyrocketed, and we got to edit lines anyway, so take Barbario out of there. How did he do? He's played a few games this season, 1 point. He didn't do all that great last year in the minors, so to be fair, so I didn't actually change the goalie. Forsberg's slipping, but, I mean, it's not the biggest deal in the world. He was having unworldly performance anyway, so. 5 to ESC. It's ridiculous. Like, Bobrovsky's getting, like, 8 goals worth of support, and he still is sucking, so. And I didn't actually put Forsberg back in, so. I don't know how Forsberg's actually had enough time to even qualify for any of that stuff. It's kind of surprising to me. Oh, we got a back-to-back coming up right here, actually. So we'll put Bobrovsky actually back in. Why does it keep going to Springfield? We'll put Bobrovsky in, because this is 2 really good teams anyway, so it's kind of like taking your pick. And you know, it's kind of boring because you keep having to watch me switch out the goalies, but not really a whole lot I can do because the game doesn't realize performance overall is actually what's more important. Unless the overall discrepancy is that, like, ridiculous that... Okay, so we don't have a back-to-back coming up for a while after that, so we can really put Forsberg in for a while after this. Thomas Vanek, no, we're not trading Kylington. Our defensemen are important. They're really important for our team because we have people like Cody Franzen playing right now, and Jack Johnson's obviously going to hit his 30s here soon, so... Yeah, but 5 to 8 is a little ridiculous. I think Bobrovsky's definitely capable more than that, and obviously he's a 90 overall, so... I actually think his contract might be up this year, too. So we might not have to, in theory, trade his contract like I said we were going to have to. 2 to 6 loss, okay. But why? Oh, yeah, I did it that time. Okay. So this is the last time we're really going to put Bobrovsky in for a while. A couple losses in a row right there, but contracts-wise, how are we doing with him? I want to make sure I'm not talking out of my ass. Okay, so he does have a couple extra years, actually. I thought it was only a 4-year extension, but we're going to have to re-sign Forsberg anyway, and he's probably going to want a good bit of money considering his performance recently. No, we can't actually run with him again. We got so many back-to-backs in this part of the season. What the hell? It keeps going back to Springfield regardless, so yeah, we'll have him face Calgary again. Hopefully we can get back on track right here. These 3 games that Forsberg's got to start for us. Brandon Ralph is out. I don't want anyone getting injured though, so we're going to try and refrain from playing our goalies in back-to-back games, if possible. Obviously, if we're down the stretch and there's important games for playoff rights, then I'm going to just put Forsberg in and hope for the best. See, we keep having hard luck losses. Like, it's 1-goal games that we keep, like, losing. Oh. Though we lost like 4 in a row, so it's still losses regardless, so we want to just make sure that we're not losing too many in a row. Just get back on track. This is a bad team in the Vancouver Canucks. We should be able to easily beat them. Oh, we lost 1-3. Okay, so we got no wins during any of that. Our offense really kind of disappeared. Where are we standings-wise? We're second behind Pittsburgh. Ottawa's cooled off. The East is really claiming this year. I don't think we're in any sort of harm for a playoff spot because one of those awful teams that's like 11 points behind us is going to make the playoffs. So I don't think we're going to have to worry about that. We're going to have to start winning, though, because we lost like 4 in a row after we had a really good, oh my God, 7-1. We're going to have to do something. We can't score. We can't stop the other team from scoring. We got Patterson. He looks like a pretty good prospect. We're definitely not playing Bobrovsky for another game after that because he just gave up 7 goals. But how's Forsberg doing now? He might have really dropped off stats-wise. Yeah, he is kind of cold lately. But we got another back-to-back coming up, so we're going to have to really take him out anyway. Hopefully he can get himself back on track here, because I was really banking on him being really good down the stretch. But it doesn't look like my hopes are going to come through for me, because he has not been performing very strongly even when we're winning. So a shutout right there, though. It's a pretty strong showing for him, actually. And Calvert's out. That's just a 4th liner. Not a big deal. Oh, 4-1 loss, though. Oh, Alex Winberg's back for the minor leagues. I don't really know what to make of Forsberg, because he'll have really good performances, and then he'll come back and not have good performances. It looks like it's an overall team defense thing, though, because his goals against has dipped tremendously, too. So let's give Bobrovsky 2 games here. We'll give him Washington and Carolina and see how he performs. Alright, we're not going to do that. Take Calvert, flip him back in. I'll put Skeevier back scratched. It actually might be worth, we're not going to play Bobrovsky for the next game. I was going to give him 2 games, but not going to do that. Move Forsberg back in. I don't think we're going to run him into the trade deadline, though. let's do these two kind of games against bad teams, and then we'll check the team stats and see if the overall team's like performance has anything to do with why Forsberg's kind of been bad lately, unless it's just a natural regression because he was doing way too good to start out the season, which is completely possible as a reason why. Could be like a Hammond thing where he went on a really good stretch, and even though he was kind of an unproven commodity. Alright, well, we won a couple in a row. Let's go one more game. Running as close to the deadline as possible as long as we're winning games. Getting back on the right track. We're not going to go through the St. Louis game, but we'll go through this other New York game, I think. No point in not doing it, because we got time. Okay, we lost like really close. We've lost like 1-goal games, like giving them away pretty much this year. It's ridiculous. We can't score anymore either, so we're actually due a little bit for regression too. Actually, our goals for has gone up since I made that change, but our defense is ridiculously worse. I don't know why. I really couldn't put my eye on it. Our power play is also like tremendously dipped, as well as our penalty kill. So I don't really know what to do as far as that. I don't think we're going to make any trades at the trade deadline. Look at the player stats, like the individual player stats though first, and we'll see if anything is really telling in these. I imagine that it's going to be pretty much the same as before, except maybe people have more points. Yeah, Johansson, Voracek, Foligno all performing. Brassard's really picked it up. Bjorkstrand, yeah. Flipping the wings on those two actually helped. So the person who suggested that, it was a good idea, but being on their onside for the right, like this, Bjorkstrand's right-handed, so being on the left side helps him out more because he can come in on the rush on his on hand. Franzen's been a disappointment. Atkinson's actually been pretty good this year. Murray's kind of again, like he was last year. He's going to end up probably about the same point total, maybe even less. Jack Johnson's been a disappointment. He's not going to have the same 54-point total that he had last year. Kreider's the same kind of that he was before. Yeah, he only had 26 points in 43 games. He's still an injury mess. He's already missed 5 games this year. Nisimo's doing really good on that bottom line. There's a center that's above him, Letestu. Well, Letestu hasn't actually really been all that great on the third line, so yeah, that's not really a whole lot to make out of this. I do want to see before we really end this, I want to see where Bjorkstrand sits in the Calder race. 919, so we'll see how this final stretch goes. I definitely think if the playoffs were to start right now, Forsberg would be the starter, even though he's been a lot worse lately. Just due to the fact that every time Bobrovsky gets a shot, he tends to give up a lot of goals. So I know it might be because, you know, he can't get in a funk or anything, but how is... What? Hold on. Bjorkstrand's not a rookie skater. Oh, what the hell is this? What? That's ridiculous. That doesn't even make sense. How would Bjorkstrand not be a rookie? He played in the AHL all of last season. He's not played in the NHL before this season. Michael Del Cole would still be ahead of him in the points, I think, anyway, but still. That's ridiculous. I don't understand that. Actually, only shooting 9%. So, okay. I don't think we're doing anything at the trade deadline, but we will wrap up the sim next time. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.